Burnout rarely arrives in a dramatic way. It doesn't always look like crying, quitting, or falling apart. More often, it shows up quietly. You still go to work, still reply to messages, still get things done, but something feels wrong. You feel tired, not physically, but mentally. Not the kind of tiredness that sleep fixes, but a deeper fatigue, like your mind is constantly running on low power. At first, you might ignore it. You tell yourself, it's just stress, just a busy phase, just a rough week. But burnout doesn't come from one bad day. It builds slowly over time, from constant pressure, high expectations, emotional strain, and giving more energy than you can recover. One of the earliest signs is emotional numbness. Things that once excited you now feel neutral. You're not deeply sad, but you're not deeply happy either. Wins feel small. Problems feel heavier than they should. Life starts to feel muted, like the emotional volume has been turned down. Another major sign is mental exhaustion. Your brain feels foggy. Simple decisions feel harder than usual. You forget small things, reread messages, and struggle to focus. You start tasks but find it difficult to finish them. It's not that you've suddenly become incapable, it's that your mental energy is drained. Motivation also begins to change. Even things you care about feel like effort. You want to do things, but the spark is missing. This isn't laziness. It's a nervous system that's overloaded and running out of fuel. Burnout often makes you more irritable. Small things start to annoy you. Noise feels louder. Interruptions feel more frustrating. When your mental capacity is full, you have less emotional patience. You may also feel more detached from people, not because you don't care, but because social interaction feels draining. Conversations require energy. Empathy requires energy. And when your internal battery is low, even positive connections can feel exhausting. Sleep can also be affected. You might struggle to fall asleep because your mind won't slow down, or you might sleep enough hours but still wake up feeling tired. Your body rests, but your mind doesn't fully recover. Another common sign is procrastination, but not the usual kind. You don't avoid tasks because you don't care. You avoid them because starting feels mentally heavy. It's your system trying to protect itself from more pressure. Burnout can also distort your perspective. Everything feels urgent or pointless. Big goals feel overwhelming, while small tasks feel strangely difficult. Your sense of meaning starts to blur. You might begin questioning yourself, wondering why you feel this way or why others seem to handle things better. But burnout isn't a weakness. It isn't a lack of discipline. It's the result of giving too much without enough rest, recovery, and emotional space. The dangerous part is that from the outside, you can look completely fine. You're still functioning, still showing up, still performing. But inside, your energy is quietly draining. Burnout doesn't only come from overworking. It can come from emotional pressure, constant expectations, feeling trapped, lack of control, or never fully disconnecting from responsibility. A key truth is this: burnout isn't just being tired. It's being tired of having to care. You stop feeling engaged. You stop feeling invested. You start running on autopilot. If you feel emotionally flat, mentally foggy, easily irritated, unmotivated even toward things you value, tired no matter how much you rest, detached from people, and overwhelmed by simple tasks, there's a strong chance you're experiencing burnout. And the solution isn't pushing harder. More discipline won't fix burnout. More pressure won't fix burnout. Forcing productivity won't fix burnout. Recovery comes from reduction, not force. Less demand, more space, more rest that actually feels like rest. It means slowing down without guilt, lowering unrealistic expectations, and allowing your mind to breathe. Burnout isn't a personal failure. It's a signal, a sign that something needs to change. Not because you're weak, but because you've been strong for too long without enough recovery. And once you start listening to that signal, energy, clarity, and motivation can slowly return, not as pressure, but as genuine strength.